Hello friends, Kirsten here. Today's topic, which foods cause bloating and why? So the top foods that cause bloating are a group of foods called FODMAPs. So FODMAPs is an acronym for some big words. It stands for Fermentable, Oligosaccharides, Disaccharides, Monosaccharides, and Polyols. Pretty much what that means is the fermentable carbohydrates or the fermentable sugars in certain foods, very commonly plant foods. So our macronutrients are our proteins, our fats, our carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is not just the junky food like bread, pizza, pasta. It's in our fruits and vegetables as well. And we need fermentable carbohydrates. I just want you to know we need them because we need them for our good bugs too. So ideally all the good bugs should be in the large intestine. We tend to have issues if they've got out of balance or if they've somehow got into the small intestine, which is SIBO. More information on SIBO in a linked post somewhere. So FODMAPs, they're fermentable carbohydrates. So when the bacteria get these fermentable carbohydrates, they eat them because it's their favorite food. And then if it's the wrong kind of bacteria or if they're in the wrong spot, when they ferment them, they release gas. Our good bacteria, when they ferment them, they give us stuff. They give us serotonin, or they help us with our immunity, or they synthesize vitamin K. That's how good bacteria is. They give us good stuff. But these other ones, they just make us feel bloated. So the top foods that cause bloating, the number one and number two, maybe even tie first place, would be onions and garlic. They're very high in something called fructans. So that could be an indicator that you might have IBS, or SIBO is if you get bloated from onions and garlic. But I've got a little hack for you because I love onion and garlic. But when I was quite sick, I just could not tolerate it. The fructans are water soluble, but they aren't oil soluble. So if you're making a soup or a stew or something and you try and pick the bits of onion out, it's too late. The fructans have got in the water. But they're not oil soluble. So you can infuse garlic in, say, olive oil and leave it to sit there for a little while, strain the garlic out. Then you've got the flavor of garlic in the oil, but you don't have the fructans. Fructans are also really high in wheat. FODMAP high foods are dairy, a lot of the other grains as well. Quite a lot of the sweet fruits like watermelon and mango, they'd be quite high in FODMAPs as well. There's a really cool app. I think it's about $12, but it's super worth it. So the FODMAP diet was designed by a lady called Dr. Sue Shepherd, and they did it through the Monash University. So you get this app, and you get like this food guide, and it's got all the different categories of all the different foods. And then say you can click on vegetables, and it gives you like a traffic light system. So it'll tell you green, yellow, red. Green would mean that they're low FODMAP. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Red would be high FODMAP. But the thing with FODMAPs, onions and garlic would be a bit of an exception because you only need small amounts for them to cause pretty serious bloating. But other sort of FODMAPs, the serving size makes a big difference. So if you're having an issue with avocado, which just quietly is my favorite food in the whole wide world, if I had to choose one food to eat forever, it would be avocados. But if you're having issues with avocado, it might just be that you need to adjust your serving size, because a quarter of an avocado would be considered low FODMAP, whereas a whole avocado would be considered high FODMAP and can cause the bloating. So it doesn't mean that you need to be restricted, and it doesn't mean that you need to miss out on all this good food. You just need to find out what's going on in your body. If you can't really tolerate very much at all without getting bloating, highly recommend getting yourself tested for SIBO. I've got lots of information on my website about that one, or just give me a message and I'm happy to point you in the right direction. It's very worth it. And don't stay restricted for too long. So if you need to do this FODMAP diet or the biphasic diet or whatever you're doing as part of your treatment protocol, you want to get in, get out, fix your problem, and then diversify your food back out again. It's very important for your microbiome, it's very important for your good bugs, it's very important for your sanity. So I hope that helps. Those are the top foods that cause bloating. Lots of love from me to you. See you soon.